How are you all? I hope you're doing better than our brand new president because, let me tell you, the week Shane Voltrufia has had makes a Monday on a diet feel like a vacation in the Caribbean. Welcome to another episode of this show, where we dissect reality before others try to gloss it over with the varnish of transformation. Get ready because today I've got content. The kind that leaves a taste of oil, gunpowder, and a cynicism so refined it can only be cooked up in the highest circles of the so-called fourth transformation. We're witnessing a melodrama that not even in Televisa's golden age would they have dared to write because it just wouldn't be believable. The script is simple. A scientist with a doctorate who, in theory, should be guided by logic, but in practice acts as the guardian of the secrets of an estate called La Chingada. We're watching a dictatorship being cooked up with top-quality ingredients, yellow envelopes, high-class impunity, and a justice system that's more clouded than Mexico City during an environmental emergency. Let's get to it. We're witnessing the much-hyped second stage of the transformation, but it seems that the architect, the one who swears he retired to write books in Palenque, got confused with the plans and sent us straight to the first basement. Yeah, it's that dark, damp place with no internet signal, but where you can clearly hear the screams coming from Chiapas. Admit it, to be a big-league scoundrel, you need a special kind of talent. Few people are shameless enough to discuss Mexican humanism. Meanwhile, the country is falling apart between the lack of chemotherapy treatments and the smell of gunpowder from a narco-state that doesn't even bother to use ski masks anymore. It turns out that the lady who runs the National Palace and her boss, retired but still holding the remote control, have decided that the national priority is not Sinaloa, nor the searching mothers, nor the healthcare system that keeps competing with Denmark. But in the world of Opio's dreams, no, the priority is to keep the leaky raft of the Cuban dictatorship afloat. The fourth transformation has allocated the modest sum of $1.2 billion in aid to the island, not to mention the lost oil. While you suffer from the gas price hike they swore would never happen, Mexico sent Cuba more than 245 million liters of fuel just in 2025. They didn't send more because Donald Trump stopped chachis. Pemex, that company, which is more sunk than the Titanic and without an orchestra to see it off, reports million-dollar losses because of these philanthropic donations. Basically, we're giving away what we don't have to support a system that doesn't work. Meanwhile, here we have the fire of reality. The term Dos Bocas no longer just refers to that refinery that gets flooded with the morning dew. Today, Mexico is literally trapped between two mouths, Claudia Sheinbaum's and Andrés Manuel López Obrador's. And this week, we had a tragic reminder of what happens when ideology builds public works. A fire, 5 people dead. How did the president's characteristic warmth come across in their response? Chachas came out and said that fortunately only one was from Pemex, the other 3 were, subcontractors. Oh, what a relief. I feel so much better now. According to the logic of the transformation, the logo on your coveralls determines how much empathy you deserve. If you're from an outsourcing company, you deserve it. It's just a statistical error. If you're from Pemex, you're a martyr for sovereignty. Cynicism at its finest. To top it off, in this surreal Macondo called Mexico, we've reached an evolutionary peak in criminal law. In August 2020, the world was dealing with a pandemic, but Pio López Obrador, the uncomfortable but well-funded brother, was dealing with the glue on the yellow envelopes. The beauty isn't in the video, but in the reaction that followed. David Leon. Yes, I gave them, Pio. Yes, I received them from my brother, the old Guango. They were contributions to strengthen Pemex, the government of Pemex, the government of Pemex propaganda. This would be a closed case, but in the New Republic, the prosecutor's office and the National Electoral Institute put on their wooden glasses and ruled that there was no evidence. Wow, amazing. It turns out that the videos, the confessions, and the public admission are just worthless clues. But Pio wasn't satisfied with impunity. No, he, with his business aspirations, is suing Carlos Loret de Mola and Latinas for 200 million pesos for moral damages. Oh my God. It turns out that exposing someone committing an illegal act damages their impeccable reputation. Is the world upside down? The criminal is now the victim, but we can't forget the star of this movie, Monica Soto. She is the living proof that meritocracy in Mexico has been replaced by blind loyalty. She was the one who signed Pio's exoneration and who put the finishing touch on Morena. They have an overrepresentation beyond anything their most authoritarian dreams could have imagined. She is not just a magistrate, she is the official demolisher of the walls of the Republic. When those in power protect their own and use the machinery of the state to crush anyone who exposes them. We are no longer in a democracy with flaws, we are in a dictatorship disguised as a popular celebration. If they manage to silence journalism, if they make the truth a crime and bribery a contribution, what can you expect, ordinary citizen, when you complain about any abuse of power? The answer is simple: silence or the yellow envelope. And believe me, we won't be getting those envelopes. There you have it, dear audience, cultured and knowledgeable. While the country is in a deep slumber fueled by handouts meant to buy the next election, Mexico is falling apart. But don't worry, there will always be another piece of data or a Cuban textbook to explain to you why there's chaos.
En realidad, bienestar.
If Claudia doesn't make a drastic change soon and remove the ghosts of Palanque from her cabinet, she'd better start packing her bags because the recall won't be organized by the people. They'll orchestrate it from the hammock in Chiapas. Anyway, that's life in the land where nothing and everything happen. I'm going to leave before they send me a yellow envelope, but the kind that brings subpoenas. Take care, read between the lines, and above all, don't let yourselves get dizzy from the smoke of Dos Bocas. Remember that you can make your donations via PayPal. You can find the information in the comments section. Thanks to you, this channel stays active. It's very important to subscribe, like, and press the bell to receive notifications every time there's new content. Thank you.